Welcome back. Had your family. That matter of women being bold for change and women being the challenge of the other women, especially in our context.
Okay. I want you to allow me to answer Alera's first question, where she said, how did I celebrate it? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And that will eventually key into Hajia's thing and to what we are saying. In Ondo State, the new governor was sworn in February 24th. See, if we have more men like him, we will still be able to do a few things. We will be able to take some more steps because he has promised. And he wanted to make sure, he promised during his campaign, he wanted to make sure that we can see, I told you, I'm doing it. You know, from 24th of February to 8th of March, that is not long, but he still made sure that we had a beautiful celebration, I'm telling you, regardless of the time frame. And he went ahead and said, you know what, on the podium, he said, any man that is still asking himself questions about appreciating women is in a limbo. Because there is no, I don't know, development you want to talk about or you want to engage in without you really appreciating the women's relevance. Okay, now to go back to change or no change, like I said before we came on now, I said, United Nations said the theme, women be bold to make change at working places. And I am saying, you know, working places, don't think of banks, don't think of whatever, think more of the home front. That is where I just asked my girlfriend, you know, we're in the room, I said, what did you do before? She said, oh, I woke up since 5 o'clock. I did this. That's your working place, isn't it? So that yeah, is a total. It says women make bold to make changes at your working places. But quickly, I want to advise women when they say make bold, it is not saying go out there and fight. Because the men will beat you silly, you know, because it's bad enough. We still have less percentage of men like Arakuri Akeredolu who really appreciate women and is really making it known that, you know what, the 33%, he says, is probably going to even give us more than that in Ondo State. Aren't you happy for us? And guess what? The wife is not even, she's, oh my God. She is very subtle about it, asking for our rights, and really, she's taking us to places, I'm very sure. So if we have more like him, to appreciate the fact that there is no development anywhere in the world, if you do not take the woman who is the juggler, Alera, the wife, the mother, the on and on.
The houseboy, the washman, the lady.
So why is it so difficult for a lot of people around the world to buy into this gender equity thing? I didn't say gender equality.
Okay, gender equity.
It's gender equity. So why is it difficult that some people don't see the need to buy into it?
You ask me that, I will tell you that it's, again, this time now, like we were talking again in the room, she says, let's talk about this, that, we have not done, let's talk about solutions, right?
What has been done?
Okay, and so far, women, we have suffered low self-esteem, and we need to work on it. That person, that woman that has high self-esteem is going to be able to be bold, the word bold that we are trying to use, not fight. When she has this high self-esteem, she will be able to ask for what she knows is her own rights.
But Hajia, do you not think that this is a function of the culture of our country?
Culture, religion.
That Nigerian women, our grandmothers, didn't work. They were all sit-at-home moms. They looked after the children. Their husbands kept them at home. And we are beginning to go out gradually.
Yes.
But there are some men who still insist that the women walk behind them and the women stay at home while they go out to work and look for money. Those things still exist in our culture.
Yes,
So don't you think that these are all the things affecting the psyche of the Nigerian woman?
Well, I think the IT is there. We've got progress. When you talk of what do I call it? There is progress, and when you say progress, it should include us now leaving the backs of the men. I'm not saying.
But if your husband insists,
the society is dynamic. Yes. And so, if, for instance, our grandmother didn't have to work because a lot of them then it was a farming community where they supported their husband. Things have changed. 30, 40 years down, it's no longer the same. The economy. And then yes, the cultural issues are there. Where women feel that, oh no, I should be seen and not heard, to the men, and then also reinforced by religion, and then of course economic status. Because women usually do not have. Well, it is assumed that because the men then had more money, so they had more voice.
Yes.
So that was also a determining factor. Yes. But you see today, because we have laws and because society is dynamic, you have laws now superseding some of these customs and traditions. Yes, and so because some of these laws, in order to be able to implement some of these laws, you also have institutions that are also working to change these stereotypes. And I think that is part of what the media is also doing, and a lot of non-governmental organizations are trying to change this perspective and try to give a new attention to say, no, look, there cannot be nation building. You can't see a country develop without harnessing the potential of its womanhood. Yes. And if you look at, in fact, if you follow development work, you discover that people don't measure development because, there's one rich person among 100 people. There's one billionaire among 100 people who are living below 500 naira a day. If you take that population, because population is the totality of the people who live within the geographic area, you discover that is just like 1 over 100. So that population is a poor population. Yeah. So the same thing with women is also the same indicator that is used to ensure, to measure whether women are indeed making progress or not. So if you're talking about equality or equity, we are looking at equity in terms of including women in moving up the development ladder.
Decision making, exactly.
Involving them in decision making, having access to good medical care, ensuring that you bring down the rate of maternal mortality. Today, if you look at Africa, Nigeria is parading one of the highest figures. It's about, I think about 840 out of 100,000. And I think that is appalling. So those are some of the things that we need to do.
Hajia Yakub. Hajia, do you think that government is doing enough to bring in women? Well, we know that this government has pledged that they're going to bring in, and they seem to be bringing in women. But do you think that there are enough in decision-making positions?
Just quickly before I answer that, let me tell my sister Comfort in the studio that my approach is totally different, and I understand if her opinion is different from mine. But this is the thing. Look at Nigerian women, vibrant, strong women, who in 1929 did a bar riot, who produced Mrs. Fumilayo Ransom Kuti and Margaret Akpo, all these women. So what has happened between that 1929 till now? And in 1920s, when the American women got their voting right. But look at the distance from that point to this point where they are now, and look at our own. And what you are trying to say is that we should